It's just gone 20 minutes past 6. Welcome back to Breakfast. This segment is brought to you by Fisher Funds. Research from Te Ara Ahunga Ora Retirement Commission earlier this year showed that there was a 36% gap between the amount men and women are putting into their KiwiSaver each year. Well, here to talk to us about this and what can be done to help close this gap is Laura O'Reilly, Wealth Advisor Lead at Fisher Funds. Laura, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Nice to see you again. Can you tell us a bit more about some of the causes of the gender gap when it comes to KiwiSaver?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a really complicated issue, so you can't just say it's any one root cause, but you can boil it down to a few factors that are really affecting the gap. Okay, so number one, women are working less, so your KiwiSaver contributions are going to be very much tied to how much you work and how much you earn. And as of June this year, the labour market participation rate for women was around about 10% less than it is for men. And women are also more likely to be reported as what's called underutilised in the labour market.
Okay.
Second factor is that women are still earning less. So in 2024, the gender pay gap is around about 8%. So men are earning about 8% more than women. And women are also more likely to be taking on part-time work and unpaid caring responsibilities as well. So that just further widens the gap again. Third factor is that women are more likely to be affected by career gaps or career changes due to parenthood. So obviously there's a lot of men who are taking paid parental leave, but it's more often women who are taking those longer career breaks. Many women aren't contributing to their KiwiSaver while they're on paid parental leave. And, that's understandable because it's a tight time for budgets. But what that does mean is that you're missing out on that government contribution into your KiwiSaver for the year. And then going back to work, trying to juggle childcare with the responsibilities of working, women are more likely to feel like they need to take on more part-time, flexible work. And after a longer break, it can be hard to get back into your career at that exact same level. And then the last thing is that studies are still showing that women are self-reporting lower confidence when it comes to investing. And that's causing behaviours like potentially holding on to cash rather than investing or not investing as much in the share market generally. And those are the sorts of things that can then lead to worse retirement outcomes as well.
They are interesting key factors. So what is the solution to closing the gap?
Yeah, well, again, it's a complicated thing to solve, but first off, knowledge really is power, and there are so many resources out there to help people learn more about investing, and some of them are even targeted at women. So, one website I always point people to because it's so good is the Sorted website. That's got plenty of tools and resources to help people plan out their goals and plan out their future. Yep. But you could also seek out some of the resources targeted specifically at women. So there's podcasts and books out there if you search them out. And one that a lot of people have heard of is Girls That Invest. And the idea here is that, maybe you're not completely in control of how much you can work or what you're paid, but what you can do is be really smart and strategic about what you do invest to make sure it's working as hard for you as possible. And the other thing I'd say is to just have some really open conversations about money with your partner. As a team, if you can acknowledge that, there is a financial cost to women when it comes to taking on more of the childcare responsibilities, then you can help to tackle that problem together as a household. So, for example, say you or your partner invest $20 a week into your KiwiSaver, well, that's going to be enough to at least get you that maximum government contribution of around $520 for the year. And if you can work it out in your budget that you can continue to make KiwiSaver contributions while you're on paid paternity leave, if you can continue contributing 3%, then the government will contribute 3%. And those little bits and pieces might not seem like a lot, but if you can commit to saving small amounts regularly over time, it does make a real difference. Thanks to the power of compounding, even a small amount of money invested for a long time can make a big impact.
Some great advice there. Wealth Advisor Lead at Fisher Funds, Laura O'Reilly. Thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Tony, I'll be right back.